These are the group 4 members: John Richmond Santos, Nomar Nil Bermillo, Mark Kennedy Mina, Angelo Simangan, and Kimuel Beans Palsimon. In this module, the students are expected to learn the following: discuss discuss the importance of setting up a computer network in a network place or host. Install and configure client server. Client. A client is a piece of computer hardware or software that uses client or server models of computer networks to access a service provider by server. The server is frequently but not always located on other computer system, in which case the client uses a network to access the service. Server. Server. Network, computer, computer software, or device. See client-server architecture. A web server, for example, on the World Wide Web, is computer that sends web page or client's computer via HTTP protocol when the client requests them.
How to work client-server network. Client taking the form of laptops, desktop, tablets, or smartphone. Then request a file or application from the remote server. The server hears the request, verifies credentials, and if everything, check out. Server the client, the requested files. The communication between client and servers is a two-way street. Example of client-server network. Web server. A web server is a software and hardware that use HTTP or hypertext transfer protocol and other protocols to respond to client requests made over the World Wide Web. The main job of a web server is to display website content through storing, processing, and delivering web page to users.
Mail server. A mail server, also known as a mail transfer agent or MTA. Mail transfer agent, mail router or internet mailer is an application that receives incoming email from local user and remote senders and forwards outgoing message for deliver. A mail server works with other programs to create a messaging system.
File server. A file server is a computer responsible for the storage and management of data files so that other computers on the same network can access the files. It enables users to share information over a network without having to physically transfer files. A file server is fundamental to most business operations.
DNS. The domain name system is the hierarchical and decentralized naming system used to identify computers, services, and other resources reachable through the internet or other internet protocol networks. Resource records contained in the DNS associate domain names with other forms of information.
Hello YouTube, PC Confuser here. Today I will be showing you how to connect a client PC to a server running Windows Server 2012. I would be showing you how to do this on a virtual machine. However, my current computer is running Windows 10 Technical Previewer, and virtual machines are incompatible with this operating system. Alright, so in order to do this, I am using a software called TeamViewer, which allows me to remotely connect to a client PC that I have besides me here, and a server which is in another room. Alright, to begin, we need to open up our server and go to Server Manager, which should open automatically. If you have not already installed the DNS feature, please do so now by going to Manage, Add Roles and Features, Role-based or feature-based installation. Select your server, and then highlight the box that says DNS server. For me, it's already installed, and then continue on with the installation. Once that is installed, you will see this page where it will show you your server and the server's IPv4 address. Now please make note of this because you are going to need it later on in this tutorial. My IPv4 address is 192.168.0.43. Alright, another feature to have open is the Active Directory Administrative Center, which should be installed with your DNS feature. This will allow you to see whether your client computer is connected to your server or not. Alright, so let's open up our server, our client. This client is running Windows 7 Ultimate on a Pentium 4 based processor. So please give it some cooperation as it is very slow. Alright, so in order to turn a PC into a client computer, you will need to have a compatible operating system. Any Windows OS from Windows XP and up will work as long as it is a specific type. These types will be listed in the video description below. Alright, to begin, we need to go to your adapter settings for your Ethernet port. To do this, go to the internet icon on the bottom right hand side and select Open Network and Sharing Center. Once you have done this, go to Change Adapter Settings. If you are using a computer that has either a Ethernet port or a wireless card or both, you will have to do this for both adapters. However, the process for both of them is the same, so this will work for all. Alright, select your adapter, right click, and select Properties. Then left click once on Internet Protocol version 4 or IPv4 and select Properties. Then go to Use the following DNS server address. Here in Preferred DNS Server, type in your server IPv4 address. Mine again was 192.168.0.43. Then for the alternate DNS server, we are going to use your router's default one, which is 192.168.0.1. Then select OK and close. Now for the final step, you will need to go to Start, right click Computer, and Properties. Here is your computer's basic information. This can include your processor, amount of RAM installed, and your Windows version. Alright, once here, we need to go to Change Settings, and then select to rename this computer or change its domain or workgroup, and select Change. If this is not highlighted, then you have a incompatible version of Windows. Alright, so if you hit change, You can edit your computer's name here. I will now change it to Intel Client. And then under member of, select domain and type in your domain name. Now if we go back to our server, under server manager, you'll be able to see under local server that our server domain name is blaine.local. Yours will be something else, which you will be able to change when you set up your server. Alright, now back to our client. If we type in your server domain, and then select OK. Here, you will need to type in your server administrative credentials. So the username would be administrator, and the password is whatever your password is. And then select OK. If it is successful, you will see a window will appear saying welcome to whatever your domain is. If you select OK, then you'll see another window that will tell you to restart your computer to apply these changes. Select OK, and then select Close. Here, you will need to restart your computer in order for the changes that we've made to be enabled. So if you go ahead and do so, and we will return to this when my computer has restarted. Okay, and we are back. My client computer has successfully restarted and all the features have been enabled. So once your computer has restarted, you will see that it will look like this, and you'll have the new press Ctrl Alt Delete to log on screen. If you do so, press Ctrl Alt Delete. Oops, sorry. For me, I'll have to do on here. And then this will be your computer's normal user login, and if you select other user, that will be users that you've created on your server. So now if we go back to our server and we go to Active Directory and then select your server and then select users,